today is a good day. Now, just when I thought that Lux USA had enough of me, that I'd been driving them mad, but they come through trumps, man. Hans, what can I tell you, bud? You've seriously humbled me. What am I talking about? I hear you ask. Let me adjust my camera. I'm a bit of a groover. No, really, I am. That's why I play the bass, you know. Hang on. Yeah, so what am I talking about, boys? What have I got? After loads of you guys hassling me for the new Smart Parts shocker stuff. When am I going to be working on them, etc. I couldn't work on them because I didn't have one. And I won't work on again unless I know it inside out, right? It's just professional ethics, yeah. If I don't know it, although they're all basically the same principles, but it's the tiny details that you need to know, which is what separates techs from players. We're players. I'm not really a player anymore. I'm more of a tea drinker. I watch them run up and down the field. God, I don't have to get my heart going, get into my seat and lifting that cup of tea, you know. I'll be at the Mayhem big game at the end of this month, if I can, if I get up early enough. Or I just come along for the afternoon, just come and say hello, like, you know. Anyway, we're getting off tangent. I got today, I ordered some spares from Hans. He's a lovely fella. He's getting a present now. And I've been hassling him just to borrow a shocker. I just wanted to borrow one so I could take it all apart, get me verniers out, get some numbers, get the figures going through my head, right? And he's only sent me a Lux. No, he hasn't sent me a Lux at all. I've already got a Lux. It was a late night and then an early start, right? He sent me a shocker, boys. And straight off the cuff, I've got to tell you, first thing, I really, really like the case. And now for me it's tiny details, right? It's like detailing. It's like I use carbon fibre, other people use imitation vinyl carbon, right? It's just the little details that only I know, but people in the know feel the difference, and they know the difference, right? Now, the first thing I have to, because you know how anal I am about details, is the spare parts box being segmented with all the O-rings in different places. And, you know, there's a really good set of stuff in here. I'd like to see some extra detents in the kit. Just one set, just one spare set of detents. Although saying that, all the years I worked on the Lux, 4.5 years now, I only ever really saw like 2 or 3 detents that were worn. Because of course they get pushed out of the way. So they're not being forced, they're actually moving of their own accord. But that's why you've got small painted double feeds. But like I said, slow your hopper down, slow your spy down, no double feeding. This is fantastic. This comes in the kit, in the little top bit here. Why aren't you doing a finger bobs video for me? What fucking ass. Alright. I like the new little tin of Spudge, although don't go mistaking it for ear cream. Yeah, Billy Webb, don't go putting this in your ear. Oh shit. I love the new Allen key set with the Allen key holder. Again, boys, little details. It makes such a big difference to that fucking epoxy metal tin we used to get with the Lux. Although I actually like that little metal tin, but some people absolutely despise it, and some people are just like, it's a metal tin. But that, well, it's just better. It's just better, alright? Now, coup de grace. Okay. The barrel tip, man. Look. It's just, well, it's not exactly an AA barrel tip, because the machining's just slightly different. But going back to, you know, Smart Parts history, it's a parallel-sided AA barrel tip. And, as you guys know, I make a lot of silencers. Pardon me. This is the barrel that I would make my silencers with. And, to prove said point, he says, rummaging around, there is an original Smart Parts AA Freak Tip compared to this one. And they're almost identical. And I'll tell you what else I really like. The fact that it's got Smart Parts on it. Smart Parts for me has never ever been a dirty word. It has been an innovator, a shaker-upper, a troublemaker, and just a general all-round, yeah, let's see if we can make this a bit cheaper. And let's make our guns do what the guns that cost £1,000 cost for a quarter of the price. And that back in the day, for us budding cheapo ballers, shoestringers if you like, that for us was fantastic. So I know what you're waiting for now. You're waiting for the main event. Okay. So put this together. I would always put a bit of silicone on these threads. Not silicone. Don't put silicone on the threads. Take no notice of me. I'm an idiot. I mean lithium. Silicone's about the worst thing you can put on a thread. It's alright if it's not under load, but if that thread's ever under load, silicone under pressure can revert back to being a sand, which would weld parts together. You don't want to go there. This is crazy. I got some cool stuff with it, and for once in my life, I am just a little bit flummoxed as to what they are. Yes, it's true, but through a process of deduction, we'll work it out. Now this is something to do with regulator testing. However, when I want to test the gun at running pressure, I would have no internals in the gun. So this would be fitted here. I think this is a replacement for the entire regulator assembly. And you would run this from a remote line set to the pressure you're going to run the gun at. Now I have this other strange device, which is not a fire can. The fire can that's in the gun is different to this, okay? This is like a solid construction, and it's threaded at the end to take a gauge. So I think what this would be a running pressure tester. I'm still yet to do some experimentation with it, because of course Hans being Hans, he hasn't sent me any paperwork. He wants me to do me Sherlock Holmes, yeah. So I would say that this, used in conjunction with this, would be a running pressure test, or a pressure differential test. So I know that I'm putting, say, 150 in here. What am I getting in here, and how long does it take to get from here to here? I'm melting your heads now, aren't I? Yeah. I'm a bit tired today. I don't want to freak you out too much. OLED screen. Not too sure if I like OLED screens. I always think it's like cars that park themselves. If you can't park a car, you shouldn't be driving it, right? But, you know the sweetest thing I really like? You can use a bottle with a short reg that's got a gauge on it, because the gauge, unlike the Lux, doesn't touch the trigger frame. It's exactly the same way I set all my ASAs up, straight in, and it doesn't touch the trigger frame. Like all the guns before, first button, eyes on, second press of the button, eyes off. I'm not going to do that too much because of the neighbours. And I think that's sweet. So I'll be getting to grips with this over the next week or so. Notice also that the regulator cover is a machine part of the entire body, okay? So you don't have to worry about regulator covers coming loose or anything like that you did with a Lux. Not that it would come loose. Person behind the trigger, not the actual item, right? So I will be doing some ugly products for this. And definitely some ugly lube. And then we'll go through, we'll do some tolerances and sizes, and see what we can sort out for you budding shocker users. But I'm on your side now, boys, alright? And until later, I shall see you later. Later. That'll be. Alright, see you later. Bye.